Hello, new background today. Very exciting. We are here today to talk about getting to the next level in your career, leadership, or business. So, this has been coming up with a lot of our clients, also people in the Leadership Accelerator, also people in the Leadership Network, and also our mastermind. It's just coming up in a lot of places because when you're kind of growing and strengthening your skills in your career or your business or your leadership, there's bound to be times when you sort of feel like you hit a wall or a ceiling. And it's kind of painful, but in a weird way, it's kind of the best thing that could happen because it means that you're at the precipice, you're at the brink of like something new and something bigger. It's that time when you can literally level up. And I like to talk about this or think about it in terms of a lock system for boats. So if you don't know, in canals or different places like that, where sometimes you have to get a boat from like a lower elevation to a higher elevation. I sort of think of it as like boats having to be like salmon when they like go jump up river and stuff in order to go and reproduce and things like that. Whatever. This is you're getting way too much insight into how my brain works. Anyway, so for boats, there's these systems where the boat will be coming in at a lower level of water, and then it moves into that central area that you see there where it says lower water level, and it's pointed to the boat in the middle part. Unfortunately, I can't use my mouse to click at these things, so hopefully you're following. And then you have to close the gate on the bottom side, on the left side of the screen closer to me, and then increase the water level so that the boat then rises to the higher level, and then you lower the upper gate, and then the boat goes out in that higher level, which is would have been impossible without this lock system, because how does a boat go from here to here with gravity and water, etc. This is another graphic to hopefully help. If you can zoom in on that a bit more, you can sort of see the sort of time lapse of what happens. Like the boat enters at the bottom, the water fills up in the middle part with the gates closed, and then the top gate opens, excuse me, and then the boat flows out that way. So that's how I think about when we're at these different levels of our career. And so then the question becomes, what is the career, business, or leadership equivalent of getting from filling up the water in that middle section? Like, how do you get the boat from down here to up here so that it can go out at this new level? And so to continue this metaphor, things that I think can help us get to the next level, whatever that may be for us, are a couple of things, 5 things. So, one, your support network, your community. Do you have people who understand what it's like to be you, who understand what you're going through, who can give you the advice, knowledge, strategies, access, open doors for you, the kind of mentorship, peer coaching, what have you? Do you have people like that in your life? If not, how can you find those spaces? How can you attract those people? How can you find those people intentionally, through your existing network, expanding it, and finding these spaces where you can get access to this information, but not only information, but also people who would take action on your behalf. So those champions and sponsors. And the two sub questions for that one are like, do these folks understand what you're going through, and can you hear the message coming from them? So the truth is, in order to excel in our career, leadership, business, whatever it is, the information is out there, right? Like you could Google this stuff, you could find it. There's many spaces that are delivering this message, but I'll give you an example from me. I learned marketing early in my business because I've found, or I was connected to, somebody in my network was like, check out this person, Tad Hargrave, the dude behind Marketing for Hippies, gives you more additional insight into like how I can hear certain messages from people and not from others. And what his whole thing was teaching marketing concepts to people who were doing socially conscious, eco, green, environmentally sound, like hippie, kind of stuff. And I could hear the message that I could have found any number of other places, but I can only hear it from him because I was like, this person understands what it's like to be me, how to care, like what it's like to care about the things I care about, what's important to me, my values, my whole belief system, my politics, like stuff like that. And so therefore I could hear the message and receive the message from him. To be totally fair, it was the same message that a lot of other people are saying out here, but I can't hear it from them because I'm like, they're not saying it either in a language that I can receive or like in a way that I can internalize and apply. All right, so that is actually very important. Like, does your support network, does your community understand where you're coming from, what matters to you, what you're going through, so that they can deliver to you kind of the messages that you need to hear in a way that you can hear it. All right, that's bullet number one. Number two, go deeper. I know that kind of is different because we're talking about like rising water levels, and I'm also talking about like going deeper. But yes, going deeper is one of the ways that you can increase that water level for yourself. Thinking about what are the internal blocks that, like it's time for us to address them. I think we all kind of sometimes have an idea of what those might be, but those are the things that we tend to be avoiding, that we don't want to think about. And the truth is, we have to keep confronting them, especially when we're at these moments of hitting a block, hitting a ceiling, hitting a wall, so that we can get to the next level. Third, what are some new strategies that you can apply? What got you here literally will not get you there, right? That's why I love this lock system metaphor, because it's like, okay, this, whatever it was got you to this level, but now we got to get you to the next level. And so that's going to require some different things, some different points of view, some different thinking, some different approaches. So what are some new strategies that you can apply at this point? Also, what are the sandbags that you need to cut so that you can soar to higher levels, to use yet another metaphor of the hot air balloon? So, what are the things that you need to cut off so that they're not weighing you down and you can let the water level come up? That if we were to think about it in this metaphor, it's like literally the closing of the gate. What's the career, business, or leadership version of closing the gate so that you can let the water level rise and it's not just water continue to like flow out behind you. And then the last two kind of things that can help you get to the next level. How can you step further into your leadership? And yes, I use leadership here because I think it applies not only to like leadership goals, but also career goals and also business and entrepreneurial goals. So what are the things that are already working for you that you could amp up? Like, what's the more fuel you can throw on this fire, more accelerant, so that it keeps kind of burning to like the next level and you can lift yourself up in that way. And most finally, what would fill your cup? And so this is kind of in line with that like water theme here. Um, I'm pretty open about this. I'm like a brute force person. A lot of times I'm just like, do a thing, get it done, keep doing it until it's done. Like let's just put more force behind a thing. And also that's often not what will get you to the next level. That is one of those like what got you here strategies. Like that got you to the first gate, but it's not going to get you to that second gate. And so we got to think about now, like sitting back, taking a moment to reflect, assess, and think, okay, what maybe are some things that would help me restore? What are some ways that I can think about working smarter, not harder here? Are there certain things I have to delegate, certain things I have to outsource, things I have to let go of? That kind of gets back into that sandbags idea. So this is another final approach and very important one, which is why I put it last, to think about how you can just replenish, or the things that would bring you a new perspective through tapping into an embodied practice, being more creative, thinking about how you can put more joy into your day-to-day life or your week-to-week life. Those are the things that can actually help break open and get you to that next level of your career, leadership, or business. So those are 5 ways to think about how to get to the next level. And I'm going to end by saying, please take this stuff seriously, because next level, baby, that's what we need for all of you, all of your goals. We need you to be at all of the levels of decision making, power, so that you can actually change the rules of this game and change the whole system for all of us, because it's never only about you, it is about all of our communities and everyone who looks to us, whether you know it or not, everyone who looks to you to see what is possible and to look to you as a role model for what they can do and changing this entire reality, changing the game. So think about these things. What are they for you, and how can you get yourself from this level to this next level of your career, leadership, or business? Can't wait to see what you do. I'm so awkward at ending these. Thanks. Bye. Oh, also, I was gonna say, I forgot. Okay, the extra little bonus for those of you who watch to the end, I love to reward people who watch to the end. Random fun fact about me is that I went through this very long Neo phase where like all I listened to was Neo like all day, every day, all week for like probably 18 months straight. So that's a fun fact about me for those of you as a reward for watching to the end. Thanks. Bye.